I think the biggest part for me was I did very quickly recognize where there is an opportunity and a need, there is a value proposition to be presented, right? That's what I feel like took me to the international region with JetBlue. I saw an opportunity or a gap in the market with Jauntaroo. And so I think that would be the thread that carried me through. Ultimately, with Jauntaroo, we launched the website. It was a really interesting experience. It wasn't easy. It wasn't a home run, but it was fascinating to learn. We can go into as much detail as you want on that, but we ended up running a marketing campaign as part of that because we were bootstrapping the whole project, and it got enormous global attention. I remember the day I was in my house and Good Morning America, Al Roker picked up the story of what we were doing, and it just completely exploded. Just the attention, we weren't ready for it, but it grew massively. And so we had this marketing campaign that we spent, a very, very small amount on that ultimately went global and got tons and tons of media attention. And that was just a fun experience that you never really you can't really plan on, right? Um,
Yeah.
but that got us a lot of visibility. And there was a travel company in based here in Utah that really was great at selling hotels, but they didn't have travel inspiration, they didn't have airline, they didn't have a number of those pieces. And so the opportunity came up for me to speak with them, ultimately join their team. They acquired Jauntaroo, the entire entity, and folded it into their portfolio. And
Okay.
I also helped them build their airline business, at least explore that part of the business. And so it allowed us to come back. My wife's family's from here in Utah, and so it allowed us to come back to the state, which was a huge benefit, and allowed me to continue the travel piece, which I thought was going to be my entire career. Little did I know, I quickly had an opportunity to realize that if you can sell an airplane seat or a hotel room, you can also sell a dress. And so that's how the transition ultimately came to move industries from travel over into clothing.